Hi there and welcome back. This is the first out of 5 recordings I think it's going to become that deals with planning. And it connects to one of the chapters in the Bender book, which talks about planning and which talks about various more methodological approaches. Here we're just going to introduce it. We're going to talk a little bit about it just to give you a foundation to study the course. This will be elaborated on in courses to come that deals more directly with the structure and planning of projects, the methodology course, for example, or and so on. But this is a start of that journey, I guess. So this deals very much with the day-to-day grind of being a product manager. So this first part is going to be an introduction. I'm just going to talk briefly on various differences and planning in general. First of all, when we talk about planning here, and as you might have noticed in your textbook as well, the standpoint is from a very quite traditional viewpoint, waterfall approach, where we plan the project, we execute the project, and we deliver the project. Uh, in the previous recording you saw, we talked a little bit about the waterfall model, for example. This is the type of planning you would do in a waterfall situation. The reason we focus on this is the point is not really to teach you how to plan, rather to teach you the various skills that planning entails, right? And this we can do irrespective of which model we choose. Because even if you work with a waterfall, a sequential model, if you work with an iterative counterpart, it really doesn't change things. It's just how you structure your planning process, how you look at it. But the tasks and the skills you need to do it are similar. So that's the rationale. Right, so we're gonna basically go through a lot about plans and a lot of about the planning process. What are the steps? How do we approach it? What are the skills required? How do we create the budget? How do we view the budget? And how does the model affect how we plan? We'll touch upon that. All right. So one question that you could ask yourself is, should I plan or shouldn't I plan? I mean, I felt a little Shakespearean when I wrote this, so to plan or not to plan, that is the question, and it's very true. What's the point of planning when we all know it's going to fall apart the second we start the project, right? Yeah, but there are various ideas and various things, reasons why you plan. So what I would like to do now is for you to pause the video, pick out a piece of paper, and just write down the reasons you think are valid for planning. Why do we plan? All right, welcome back. I hope you filled the paper. This will be talked about at great length further on, but one of the major reasons I think we plan is because of risk management, for example, allocation of resources, making sure that we secure goal attainment, reach the objectives. How we plan is a different story, but we always need a plan, if not for anything else, but then to be able to give the customer a price. If you don't have any plans, you pretty much don't know what to do, and it's hard to give a quote or a price for a project, right? But I'm sure you came up with all sorts of interesting and good ideas on why we plan. Basically, you can take two extreme standpoints, right? I mean, ready, fire, aim, where you don't plan, you just ad hoc management. Or you can do paralysis by analysis. Basically, you plan too much, you never get anything done. Obviously, the answer is somewhere in the middle, but it's very clear today that managers, the ability for managers to ad hoc manage something is becoming more and more important. And with ad hoc management, I mean taking decisions as we go, as things happen, right? Rather than strictly following a plan, because we know that doesn't work. Okay, but I'm not a big believer in this. Let's not plan at all. Just go with the flow and see what happens, and just do everything ad hoc. I don't think that works either. You need to have a basic structure. You need to have a basic starting point, and and work from there. But from now on, we're going to take a quite strict approach. We're going to follow a waterfall idea, and we're going to take a very sequential and very planning based approach.